Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everybody to stop number 9 of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship. Today was the motorsport.com Washougal National. The three gentlemen that are on the stage here finished first, second, and third in the 250 class. At the end of the day, the championship points series is Aaron Plessinger. Points leader has 371 points. Alex Martin, 312. And Justin Cooper has 267. And Joey Savatgy is in 9th place with 214 points.
Yeah.
I'd like to start off the press conference with the first question for Aaron Plessinger. Aaron, not exactly the typical score you see to get an overall.
Yeah, for sure. 38 points doesn't usually get the overall, but I'll take it. I'll take it how I can get it. Today was pretty rough. It was pretty hot, and these guys were riding unreal. And props to them.
Next question, Shane McElrath, Moto number 2. Don't quite get the whole shot. Aaron got it, and then take us through the first couple laps because it seemed like you had some pretty good lines there.
Yeah, I didn't know that was Aaron, but I knew it was a Yamaha trying to pinch me off, and I was like, no, like keep pushing. But I actually hit the banners on the inside with my bars, and but yeah, I just I didn't want to get the roost up the hill, so I was like trying to stay out of that, and first moto I followed too much, couldn't really get around the guys, and we made a big bike change for the second moto, and I knew I could get a good start, and then I felt like I could go anywhere I wanted, and that's really the first time I felt like that this year, and it felt really good, and just the whole team's been working together and being patient and just striving to be a little better each time, and that's what really makes something like that so good.
Next question for Joey Savatgy, Moto number 1. You picked up the win, and you had to make a reasonably aggressive pass on your teammate there to take over the lead. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, it wasn't honestly how I had it planned. In my mind, I had it working out a little bit cleaner. Not that it was dirty. I mean, there was contact, but I just had it in my mind to where when he shut off, I was going to go just a touch longer and at least get up next to him and maybe do the old rev trick and maybe spook him out of the rut. But for whatever reason, like I had like a lapse where he shut off and I just kept going, and then I hit the brakes, and by the time I realized it, I was like, I'm not stopping. No chance. I'm going right into the side of him, and thankfully neither of us went down. But, we kind of regrouped after he passed me. He got away a little bit and then fixed some of my lines, and felt like I was faster than him once I got back onto the back of him. So, and I knew that Aaron and Jordan were behind me, and didn't want to waste too much time. So kind of had to make the pass sooner than later.
I'd like to open it up now to questions from the media. Guy B.
Joey, what happened in the second moto? Obviously not ideal in the second turn. What happened there? And then also afterwards, you were just sending it in there.
Yeah, I missed my shift, unfortunately, off the start. So I kind of got pinched. And then around that right-hander before Horsepower Hill, I tried to make some passes and went to go kind of cut out early and wash the front. It was a little greasy that first lap, and I should have known better, but heat of the moment, you're just trying to make passes happen, and so I just went to go cut out and wash the front, and put myself behind the 8-ball a little bit, but it was hectic. It was warm, but you can only make so many passes until you get to the group where people aren't so separated. And then once you get to that point, it's hard to pass. Not hard to pass, but it's harder to pass. And I couldn't even jump that sand wall thing till like 6 to go because there was always someone from me that was only doubling it, and I was just used to sending it like we were the first moto, and little things like that. It should take less energy to double it, but you just get into like that rhythm, and so I use a lot of energy. Not gonna lie, I was struggling those last 3 laps, and as it turns out, if we could have got 2 more guys, we would have got the overall again this year with a 1.7, which is it's funny. It would have been cool to go 7-1 last year and 1.7 this year. Obviously, it'd be cooler to go 1-1, but we're making progress and enjoying it along the way.
Next question from the media.
Shane, you had that bike set up different colors for the second moto from the first moto. were you trying to confuse these guys a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't really know how that was going to go, but Aaron was just telling me, he was like, dude, I was sitting on the line and I was just like confused because we showed up with the blue in the first moto, which was pretty bright, I thought. And then I was sitting on the line and I was just thinking about what my mom always says. She's like, dude, I can't see anything when you don't wear the bright colors. And I was like, sorry, Mom. Like, we're in all black. Our bike's black. And it was pretty crazy. I mean, there was a lot of hype coming into this race just because Adidas is just down the road. And they've worked with Troy for a couple of years now, just designing those pants and jersey. And it's been cool to be a part of it. And it's some awesome gear. And we finally got approved to get to switch out the plastic color in between from KTM, and after that it was full bore ahead.
Next question. Final question. Then I know that you have a plane to catch. Real quick, what was your guys' thoughts of the track here at Washougal? Shane, you first.
I definitely thought it was very shallow. I feel like every year we've kind of gotten a little bit of rain maybe before, and some sections are still pretty soft, but this year, I mean, there were parts of the track where they didn't touch all day and they still didn't really get rough or even like rutted at all. So it was weird, and especially first moto with everybody pretty fresh. Everybody's going so fast, and that's one of the hardest times to pass is when everybody just feels like they can go wide open. And so it was a really big bummer to go ninth in the first moto, but that was my fault on the start. I missed my shift in the first moto. So, but yeah, I thought it was, I mean, it's a fun track to ride. It's a hard track to race on if you're not in the front.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of liked it better in 2015 when we got a lot of rain. It was pretty muddy that year, and I had a lot of fun. But it's definitely a good track, and it got a little slick this year, but it was really rough, and it was definitely one of the tougher ones for sure.
Yeah, I mean, basically what they said, it's drier than it's been in the years past. I think they haven't gotten a lot of rain here lately, but I mean, honestly, it's not that I don't like it. It's just hard with shadows. You know, it's deceiving, and I don't know. I mean, I always seem to do decent here, so that helps the case. But it's just hard to see, man. Shadows, and it's got that hard base underneath, and it's a little slippery on top. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I mean, it's good. I don't mind it.
Well, we certainly appreciate you gentlemen taking time. I know some of you have some flights to catch, so thanks a lot. Folks, this is a 250 class.